So according to TED 2, you just need to smoke weed and you'll be transported to Jurassic Park. Oh. Nah, if I wanted to revisit Jurassic Park in 2015, I'd just watch Jurassic World instead. TED 2, directed once again by Seth MacFarlane, director of the first TED, and is the 2015 sequel to the 2012 comedy hit TED. So TED 2 tells the story taking place after the events of the first TED, where Ted and Tammy marry, but Ted and Tammy want a baby together because, of course, biologically, a teddy bear and a human can't uh, conceive, uh, so they would need to adopt. And meanwhile, Ted's brother John has broken up with his former girlfriend and is now seeing Sam, played by Amanda Seyfried. Now, I had no idea the first Ted was so uh, uh, beloved that it would gain enough popularity to warrant a sequel, but they somehow managed to continue Ted's story. You know what? They managed to make uh, a decent enough story with Tez trying to fit in as just as a regular person, despite being a teddy bear, building on his relationship with Tammy, because Tammy, she was only a minor character in the first movie, and they greatly expanded her here, much to my delight. So I'm pleased to say Ted 2, in my minority opinion, is marginally superior sequel to its predecessor, but it's like its predecessor is still greatly flawed. As for what Ted 2 does better than the first, it's less cliched and less formulaic, and Ted feels more like the main character here, because the first movie felt like both Ted and John's story, whereas Ted here is the full front and center. You know, he just wants to be accepted as a person and as a citizen, and it raises the question: a can a teddy bear made of stuffing really be accepted among us humans? Can we really take that seriously? And him wanting to be a father and have a child with Tammy, does they make this movie have just a tad of heart? And Seth MacFarlane, you can see, did try with that, and his voice for Ted is once again superb. And the CGI on Ted is even more photorealistic than it was in the first movie. Here, that's to be expected, as CGI would have inevitably improve in the 3 year gap. And Tammy is my personal favorite Ted character. Love that she is a primary character here, and you've got to give this sweet girl credit. She is willing to marry a teddy bear and make him happy. She doesn't care he's not human. No, she can see what's on the inside, and she works her butt off her to look after this bear and provide for him. And also, uh, yeah, let's address the elephant in the room about Mila Kunis's absence. She was initially going to return, but because the script required a extra female lawyer, there was no room for her character. Plus, she was pregnant at the time that they were filming, so she wouldn't have been able to physically film any scenes anyway. Amanda Seyfried Sam is kind of the Mila Kunis replacement, but she's honestly a better love interest for John. It kind of makes me wish that she was in the first movie to begin with, as yeah, she doesn't cause us so much of a rift, between the Ted brothers as Mila Kunis's character did. And also, I certainly found this movie's humor to work more for me than the humor in its predecessors is, especially the Ted wife fight scene when Ted and Tammy are at each other's throats, and that's accurate to how couples would argue in real life. You know what? I should have married this other guy because he has a dick. He has an awesome dick. So I do feel it was a little mean-spirited and dickish of Ted and his neighbor to yell at that old lady who was justifiably telling them to cut out that racket. It was late at night and she just wanted to get some rest. And the ending where Ted and Tammy adopt a human son is well, kind of a sweet way to wrap up the Ted duology. Had we gotten Ted 3, we would have seen their son mature in the third movie, but uh, I can in no way, shape, or form call this a perfect sequel to Tez. This is of the sequels we got in summer 2015, Age of Ultron quality, and that's it's good, but it's certainly could have been better. For one thing, Tez is a garbage husband to Tammy. I mean, he's lazy, lets her do all the work and all the providing, and when she's cooking him a lovely steak dinner, he unnecessarily yells at her uh, for over nothing and calls her a whore. So I don't blame her for chucking the pan at him for that. I mean, dude, you called her a whore. What? How did you think she was going to react? She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking throw shit." I'm like, "Woohoo, Tammy, go girl! You deserve way better than that scumbag, Bear." And this movie does rehash some plot elements from the first film all over again. Like, we got to see Ted and John have a fallout again. Come on. And also, they totally copy the third act of the first Ted with the teddy bear kidnappers returning to capture Tez again. I mean, geez, Seth MacFarlane, can you not think of a different finale to your Ted movies? So that says at least Ted 2 I didn't find as frustratingly predictable or cliched as the first, and it did give me uh, uh, several more laughs. So I guess this is a satisfactory and slightly better follow up, and huge a special thank you to Lamberot Strikes Back for requesting me to review the Ted duology. It's been awesome, buddy. I give Ted 2 3 stars out of 5. Good movie. So yeah, that's the Ted duology, and I am surprised that that there was no Ted 3, even though they uh, they were considering it. But now I think a Ted prequel TV show is in the works. So Ted 2 may not be the last time we see Seth MacFarlane's Teddy Bear again. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on Ted 2? Do you prefer it or find it inferior to its predecessor? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I still have my Barbie movie ranking to come as the final video for Barbie month. And I've got, some requests to do in August, as well as give my thoughts on the Hollywood writers' strike. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.